Hi everyone, this is Ibrahim Yunus. I'm an author of this book, Becoming the Light of the World, which I recommend everybody to get a copy. You can get a copy at Melcom, you can get a copy around Zar Radio opposite. There's a bookshop there. People who are also interested can get a copy when you come to NTV. Actually, the price is 10 cedi. It has only 7 chapters. Chapter 1, Drop the Burden. Chapter 2, Pursue Your Passion. Chapter 3, Life of Agency. Chapter 4, Take the Lead of the Jar. Chapter 5, Set Goals for Your Dream. Chapter 6, Get Close to God. I would like to touch more on this, Get Close to God. You see, my dear brothers and sisters, we don't want God, we need God. Fish don't want water, they need water. So if fish decide to leave water, God don't kill it, it dies naturally. Plants don't want soil, they need soil. So if plants decide to leave the soil, God don't kill it, it dies naturally. Human, you and I, we don't want God, we need God. If you decide to leave God, you die spiritually. You think you are physical, no, you are spiritual. Before physical, when you die, your body will still be seen, but the spirit is gone. I don't like to get much into that. The chapter 7 is take good care of your health. Many people then don't take good care of their health. I will encourage every youth to try and get a copy. My topic today is the greatest enemy of man. I've been fortunate to work with several youth from senior high schools, youth from training colleges, nursing colleges, youth from universities, youth from polytechnics, and I've discovered certain key problems that is affecting the youth, that is preventing us from really reaching our full potential. I have studied successful people extensively. I've read books severally. In fact, I read 4 books every month. I listen to audio tapes on personal development every single day. I've come up with certain principles I would like to share with you. Let's talk. I want you to touch anybody close to you and say that the secret to success is knowledge. Let's talk. The greatest enemy of man is not Satan. Secondly, the greatest enemy of man is not poverty. The greatest enemy of man is ignorance. Ignorance is the cause of all distractions in life. God says in the book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 that my people perish or are destroyed for lack of knowledge, not lack of money. You don't perish because you lack money. You perish because of certain principles. Number 1, lack of vision. The richest man who ever lived, King Solomon, which Muslims will call him Prophet Sulaiman. He said, where there is no vision, the people perish. What's your vision? You see, your vision determines how you use your time. Your vision determines how you dress. Your vision determines the kind of friends you associate with. People without vision, they're just playing games with their life. I'm not going much into vision because that is not my message. My message today is the greatest enemy of man. And the greatest enemy of man for me and few of my mentors is ignorance. There are a lot of people who think that the world is controlled by money. And the sad thing is that you see most of the youth are chasing money. Some will kill for money. Some deceive white men and white women for money. Some will in turn use a mother who have spent not 3 months, not 6 months, not 9 months, it may be 9 months or 12 months to give birth to you, and you in turn take that same woman for money. This is one of the greatest tragedy in our time. So there are a lot of youth who believe the world is controlled by money. This is not true. This is simply ignorance. The world is not controlled by money. The world is controlled by ideas, not money. Let's be honest with ourselves. Bill Gates never pursued money. He pursued his idea. He developed that idea. It attracted him a lot of money. Bill Gates, he never pursued money. The late Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computers and iPad, he never pursued money. He pursued his idea. He developed that idea. It attracted him a lot of money. Even Mark Zuckerberg, how old is he? Very young. He never pursued money. He pursued his idea. He developed his idea. Today it attracted him a lot of money. All the wealthy people I know is ideas that makes them wealthy, not money. So if you are chasing money, you are chasing illusion, because money is an idea. Another point I would like to touch on is that a lot of the youth believe that poverty is a problem. In fact, not even only the youth, the whole Ghana, the whole Africa, the whole world believe poverty is a problem. Poverty is never a problem. I have seen carpenter children rise up to become very successful. I have seen electrician children rise up to become very successful. I see people from a very poor background rising up to become very successful people. I have studied these people extensively for 7 good years. I've read their books, I listened to them, and I've come into conclusion. Poverty is not a problem. Poverty is a result. It's a result of your thought. It's a result of your action. It's a result of your feeling. How do you think about money? Do you understand money? How many of you would like to hang around with friends who don't understand you? So how do you expect money to be with you? Before you can have money, you need to understand money. You need to understand money. You need to understand how to save. You need to understand how to invest. You need to understand so many things about money. You need to change your action towards money. There are a lot of youth who don't understand that. If you trade your time for money and spend that money on liabilities, you end up poor. This is not rocket science. That's the principle. You can't trade your time for money and spend that money on liability and expect to be rich. It doesn't work that way. Actually, let me give you this story that in a way really touched me, that changed the way I see myself. I heard it from one of my favorite mentors, Zig Ziglar. In 1976, a study was made to evaluate the average IQ of children from Europe and other part of the country. I think it was like Africans or blacks. And surprisingly, and it was children, they measured the average IQ of these children from Europe and let's say Africa. So what they did was that after that study, the average IQ of children from Europe was 105 and the average IQ of children from Africa or blacks was 85. Very sad. So what they did was that they kept them in the same environment. They give them the same food, they give them the same water, they give them the same training, the same education, the same environment for 4 good years. Surprisingly, they re-evaluated the average IQ of these 2 children. What happened was that the average IQ of children from Europe rise from 105 to 115. What amazed them, what shocked them was the average IQ of the children from Africa. It rise from 85 to 115 to be the same with the children from Europe. I, as a motivator, I want to tell African parents, your children brain, are not lesser than white men children brain. The difference in the information we feed into their mind, the kind of music they listen to, the kind of videos they watch, the kind of movies they watch. This information program our children's mind negatively against them. If we want to change our life, we need to change the kind of information we feed in our mind. You cannot change your life unless you change the way you think. And if you want to change the way you think, you need to invest in books. You need to invest in education. You need to study. One funny thing I discovered was I have a friend who always complained of poverty, financial problems. So I read a particular book that helped me to take my financial pathway, to be able to start my ING stationery company, to be able to write my books. That is helping me financially. So I encouraged him to get that book. I recommended him to get that book. We went there, the book, let's say, was 12 cedi or so. He refused to buy that book. That he doesn't have money. He doesn't even have time to read that book. I forced him, he refused. That very week, and he loved Fancy Gadam. That very week, Fancy Gadam was having a show. This guy had money and went for Fancy Gadam show. Now, I think, was it VIP or so? Was it 30 cedi or 40 cedi? He had money, he paid, he had a good dance, good sweat, but he learned nothing. He came and lied down in his same condition. You see, you cannot change your condition with entertainment. You don't need khaki jeans to change your life. What you need is better information. Do you know that 90% of the problem you are facing financially are solved in a book you will never read? You see, we reject knowledge. God says, because you reject knowledge, I shall also reject you. There's something many people don't tell us. You see, I don't care how religious you are. I don't even care which religion you belong. I don't care the number of memorization of scriptures you know. The truth is that God cannot help you with what you don't know. That is why he says, seek for knowledge. If you reject it, he said, you shall perish. So let's stop blaming others. Let's stop blaming others. So I would like to end this particular program, Time with the Motivator, with this powerful conclusion I'm known by. Status in the world is not defined by what work you do, but by how well you do it. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a nurse, a soldier, a policeman, a doctor, a shoe shine, a cameraman, or a TV presenter, a footballer. It doesn't really matter. The most important is make sure you give it your all. And all people around you know this guy, he has given his best. One of the hadiths that inspired me to do what I'm doing is from my lovely mentor, role model, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibba li nafsihi. That none of you is truly a believer until you wish for your brother what you wish for yourself. If you have something that will be beneficial to people and you refuse to share them, I have the right to tell you, you are not a true believer. You are not a true Muslim. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.